A big welcome to you, Capricorn. The sun. The sun is in Pisces, and Pisces is our subconscious, and Pisces is connected to the moon, and the moon is a shadow planet, right? It has no light on its own. So when the sun is shining into Pisces, it's shining onto the moon. It's shining our subconscious, and the moon is in Capricorn, is in your sign. So the sun, the ego, the extroverted, this identity, right? It gives us an identity, the sun. It gives us, when we look out, we can compare, we can say, well, I'm not like this, but I'm like that, right? And I understand that when now the sun is highlighting the moon, right? All the time, like the way it is doing now in this Pisces month, right? That's why it's an emotional month. We, or now you, who is in the moon, right? The moon has moved into your sign until tomorrow. You are starting to look into your subconscious, into things that you maybe never thought about looking at, right? Not realizing, oh, why is this coming up right now? Why is this happening to me, right? So again, I show you the moon card, the Hermetic Tarot, of course. As I show you this, right, it's like a progression. I want you to learn yourself. I don't want to just be here and be like, well, this is happening and this is happening. I want you to also learn the cards, understand what they do, right? So you're becoming a little bit, again, for me, it's more important that you become independent than codependent, right? And independency means that you go within independent, right? Codependent means I need a co-person, right? A co-worker for me to exist, right? And independence is going in and understanding and connecting. So the Hermetic Tarot, again, as I said, is the energy of a brotherhood, a secret brotherhood. Again, what I like about it is that it's black and white, very simple, a lot of symbolisms, right, which I need to do my own cards. And so I want you to see where I come from and what I also, how I see things, so that you can actually clearly understand it as well. The two towers, the waning and the waxing moon, the two animals evolved, right? The wolf and the dog, the scarabæus, right? Out of the Egyptian mythology. Again, as you can see here, Edward Wade coming out of the ocean, wanting to come to that light, the dog and the wolf howling. These towers, it's like, we want to know what is beyond our consciousness, right? And then also Aleister Crowley. These two men were in this brotherhood. He created 1910, he created 1940, right? So 1888, this was created, or like this secret order was created. And as you can see, right, there is an evolution in the cards happening as well. Then I show you here the native Indian card, the grandmothers. The grandmothers are planting the seed into our dreams, right, into our subconscious, and are giving us all their information that they have lived. So it's very important that you understand when you go to bed, what are you taking into bed? Forgive, right? Say thanks before you go to bed. It's obviously very important. Mystic Mondays, she added here the red, the blood, the menstruation. It's a feminine card, right? So again, as you can see, she's looking up to the moon. Where is she sitting on the moon? Is she sitting on an iceberg? Is she sitting on a crystal, right? It's up to your imagination to see what you see in this card, right? It's really sometimes not what the real meaning is, but it's almost like it's mysterious. It's like, what is this thing up there, right? She's sitting and contemplating, what is this thing called love? What is the thing called love? He's the seeker of love. He is Pisces. He is the fish pose. There is the downward dog, the wolf. Here's the upward dog. It's the dog that evolved. The Scarabæus is taking this path. That was my first card. Then I changed it like this, where the universe is behind, and there is the days and the nights, and the up and the downward looking dog. And it's of course the jumping fish, right? And then I created the ocean because the fish is coming out of the ocean. I didn't want to have the beach anymore. And the up dog is looking out, is looking up, and the down dog, I need to paint it again, and I need to move it a little bit more inward. So he is looking, the wolf is still looking into his subconscious, right? This is the highlight of the sun onto the moon, right? Otherwise we would never see the moon, and the moon is right now in your sign, right? So this to the sun, what the sun is doing right now to you. You, the devil, right? You are here again in this Hermetic Tarot, a very powerful energy as well. You have the horns, but you are chained to a first dimensional energy or platform from where we evolve to the world card. And the world card is saying, well, now you reached the level, right? And he is the first step to that level. So we are chained to a fertility ritual, right? And I told this to a Capricorn, and she was laughing, and she says, yeah, well, in short, sex, right? And I was like, yeah, but it's a fertility ritual because we are guided by our hormones, guided by this energy that says, now you gotta mate, now you gotta copulate, now you gotta create the next generation. And here as well, right, we're chained to the hormone testosterone and estrogen. Here are the seeds, here are the fruits. He is sitting here and he is literally saying, okay, you're attached to a materialness, right? Now, the horns, or here in Aleister Crowley, they're spiraling upwards, is giving us this triangle. Here is a triangle as well. That's the constellation of Capricorn, right? If you research the constellation of Capricorn, it looks like here's a dot, here's a star, and here's a star, and it creates this triangle. Now, the only way out is through the third eye, is through the horns, is through looking within, where the darkness, right, the feminine, the womb, is anyway there, but you will see the light and you will be able to get out of it. Here in this is the trickster, right? In the native, it is the trickster that's tricking us to believe that this dimension is important, that this dimension is the only one that we really need. The rest, we don't know. And it's also saying here in this hand position, right? It's what you see is not all there is, right? Mr. Spock, right? There is more to this world. And I think that's why they actually gave Mr. Spock this kind of hand mudra, because it's saying there's more to this world than we think, okay? Then here, of course, you know, Mystic Monday is wonderful. She goes up into her reptilian brain. There she is guided by the hormone testosterone, right? But also adrenaline. The white, where she steps up. The white, where she puts her foot. The white, where she can go into her little horns. And she has no eyes because she's not looking out. She has to look inwards. It is the third eye, always, right? And so she can go here. So she's able to free herself. She's able to walk up these steps and able to free herself, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 steps. Now 13 is a holy number, not like they made you believe it's an unlucky number. If they say something is unlucky, it's just they don't want you to know how powerful this number is. The 12th zodiac sign, right? And 13 is the sun, is the center where the sun is moving into these 12 zodiac signs. Good. I'm gonna give you my evolution of the card. Right, there's a few. So, light and dark, the dancer pose, playing with the shadows, playing with the checkboard. Then I only wanted to have 4. Then here the roots and here the clouds if the card comes up upside down, right? So we can see. Then I created just 2 where we have 6 squares because you're 6 when you count the one, the 15 to becomes the card number 6, and has a reference basically to the lovers, right? Because it's the same card, just the people are not chained, and the angel, the devil is not a devil, it's an angel. And again, as you can see, right, there is, when we're in the light, there we can be in the city, it doesn't matter. We can have the dark, we are the nature. Anyway, we have that energy in us. A checkboard up in the heavens was the next idea with the dancer pose, but the light and the sun slowly peeking out, right? It's the longest night of the year. It's the darkest months that we go through. Then I thought, okay, when these 2 come together, maybe I have to do one dark, one stays yellow. Here we will get the light within this kind of like dimension, this red, right? The energy of red, but I also added magenta, right? So the red is holding us within the gray, within the black energy. Then I had this, then we have here the 10 sephiroths, right? If the arrow is pointing down, right, they become white, they're radiating white, and here they're radiating the 5 black ones. Another way of looking at it, and this one where actually now the longest night is taking over. This triangle is pointing all the way up, and then it goes back down, and here is the usual central energy. I should have painted this one until here, so I do it anyway again, right? As you can see, here it goes up, red, orange, yellow, the evolution of the rainbow of the chakras through this card. If you have your birthday between December 12th and January 8th, you're the classical Queen of Pentacles. When I say classical is because the year is getting divided through 16 people, 16 court cards, right? The page is not included in there, and so the time is a little bit different. Here, the white and the black spiraling into each other, balancing each out, right? Here she's looking at this coin. She's almost like a fertility goddess, right? Giving birth to the next material energy. Here she has again the horns, here she again has the goats, and here she's looking at the crops, how they grow. Then here in this card, she is the power place of the stones, right? They're not using coins, they wanted to use stones so that you got more connected to this energy. And the queen is holding all the goods right in here. And then we have, of course, in the handle, we have the Spider Woman, which is in the native Indian tradition, a very strong, a very powerful, a very connected person with the earth, with the web, right? It's almost like the World Wide Web. It's this web because the spiders create a web with everything that's living out there. Good. Then you are Capricorn, connected to the roots, And we like to eat then, or you like to eat roots and salty things on a day like this because it's cold. And when it's cold, we need to go deep down into the roots and eat something strong, foundational, right? You are connected to the cardiovascular system, so it's very important that you are walking, jogging, right? That you move your system, that you move the blood, that you move the energy in your body, because you are heavy, you're grounded, so you need to get going and moving. Then you are your physical part, it is the knees and the bones and your skin, so it's very important that you take care of that. You are connected, your planet is Saturn, right? Saturn is structure, Saturn is time and space, Saturn is cold, Saturn is order, Saturn is discipline, right? And there is a beauty in discipline, like the sun is disciplined, the moon is disciplined. Without it, we would have not given them a pillar. If they would have been just like, oh, well, today I show up and tomorrow let me think about it, right? We would not given them a pillar. We would not given them the importance of, we give you a foundation, we give you some roots, we give you, yes, we can count on these cycles, right? You are driven, right? You like to be, yeah, you go and you want to achieve something in your life, right? You're not lazy, you're not like someone that sits around and does nothing. You're like the goat that climbs up. And if you see sometimes these goats when they're like on these cliffs, it's crazy. How do they hold themselves? I mean, how do they go up there? You grounded, right? Not as grounded as Taurus. Taurus is, of course, the most grounded one. Nevertheless, you climb up, right? You thorough as well. This reading is unique. It exists, this constellation, Sun in Pisces and Moon in Capricorn, exists only once a year. 2 days. 2 days a year you have this constellation. Now even next year when you have the same, maybe the other planets, which I'm not even incorporating here, right? Mars or Venus or Jupiter or Saturn, they are maybe in another house, right? So this is a very unique moment for you to look into, to meditate, to get inspired, maybe to grow, maybe to look deep within your subconscious and see what is going on in my life, what is happening here, okay? All right, let's begin. So we have Taurus. This is a fellow partner. He's also an earth sign, right? He is, though, more grounded than you. He sits, it's like a cow. He sits and he's just like, I am here. Now, he has the stairs as well, like you have the stairs, which I showed you in this one, right? Very interesting how you are invited to go up into this little horn. You're invited to say, hey, and it's also the card whereas 5 is inside you. Card number 15, 1 and 5, could be Magician and the Hierophant. Create then out of you this energy, right? So it's almost like, okay, the 15 is Magician and is the Hierophant together, makes you maybe bound to an energy of, yes, I can manifest anything I want. But first, let's see that you want to go, you're invited to go and step up the ladder, because you're the first one. Like I said, you're the first step. After you comes the Tower, which is the second chakra. Then comes the Star, which is the third chakra, etc., to the World card, right? So what comes after? Wow, very interesting. In the German reading, this card showed up first, right? With you, I almost feel like maybe this is a continuation, right? It's like I have some, they look at both readings. So it's almost like you were invited to go the ladder, to step up the ladder, and you realized, wow, I have to let go, because this is the Golden Dawn card, and I showed it to the other in the other reading. I show again the original card because it's quite brutal. Here it's really lovely, right? She lies here on the floor and all the swords are along her spine. It's literally saying, you gotta let go of this excessive, compulsive, intensive thinking. It's Sun in Gemini, and Gemini is a searcher for the truth, but it's almost too much. It's too intense, right? It's like negativity, it's failure. It's just like for projects are literally, done, finish, no more, right? So when you look at it, you got the invitation to go up into your reptilian brain, so that you can go up into the neocortex or into the mammalian brain, right? That you look within, and within the light there it is. And the light you see when you let go, you see the Golden Dawn. This is the typical card, right? Where the Golden Dawn is rising. It's you let go. And the number 10 on the Tree of Life is Malkut, right? And Malkut is the kingdom. It's 1 and 0, is the magician and the fool, beginning fresh, but knowing I'm just not a 0, I'm also a 1. I can now manifest differently. I can now create another round of consciousness, right? So there is also within you an understanding, I need to go another round. I need to go and learn and grow. And it never ends until the day you die. What can we do, right? It's like when we let go of this physicalness, of this bound to this physical plane, where this mudra is saying there is more than what the eye meets, right? The word of this card is ein. It's the eye. It's not the two eyes. It's the third eye. And only with the third eye we can see. That's why she didn't even paint eyes in her face. We can see clearly within the steps that we can take to go up to the light, right? Here the pentagram is pointing downwards. We go down, but if we are understanding there are steps, right? Then we can free ourselves big time. Beautiful. Look at this, right? It's again, this is then the third stage, right? So you the first, red, then comes orange, the tower, right? Almost this feels like a tower, right? Sorry, but it's like full on, I mean, letting go. I mean, I'm gonna show you this one again. It's just like, okay, this is like a tower movement. And it's like saying, yes, it goes further. Now the hope can come. Now the star can come. The sun is a star. It's a fixed star. And it's almost saying, yes, this is a fixed star too. This is our sun, is the one star that we need to understand, right? The hope, the change, the awakening. This is what comes right after. When you step up that ladder, when you look for the light, you see you are coming again and again to a deeper understanding Look how beautiful she's framed between a Taurus and an Aquarius. I mean, it's powerful what this transformation is doing to you. Total liberation into an understanding, a higher understanding, into a new age, right? This is where we get all the information from, right? The internet. It's going up and coming down. This is where we're heading, and we're already beginning, right? Cryptocurrency is not existing, but it's up there like the stars. Wow, powerful. Okay, so there definitely is a Taurus in your life. As you can see, this is the King of Pentacles, right? Very connected, again, like you, to money. He is kind of like, right, the partner in crime to her. So have a look into becoming, it's almost saying you have to become the male and the female version of yourself. Maybe this is the call, go to the light, because going up to the light means going up to the masculine side, because you're so dark, you're so down here in the dark, right? You are the darkest month, right? So now here you're going up and you're starting to understand, I am the dark, but I also need to be the light. I need to unite them. I need to combine them. I'm gonna put this below, right? It makes sense. Okay. Beautiful, right? The Three of Cups is talking about Venus in Cancer. Venus in Cancer is relationships, right? Is values. And the Taurus is very much about values, right? For him, that's the word. Value. He likes to buy things that last. He likes to buy things that are... He is connected to Venus, right? His planet is Venus. The Taurus is connected as the Venus is his planet, right? So you can see that there is something telling you to go to the light, because Cancer is the longest day in the year. It's the brightest month we have, is June, right? 21st of June is the summer solstice, and in December we have, at your time, we have the winter solstice, right? So actually have a look into that masculinity, friendships. Of course, as you can see here, three people coming together, celebrating, being connected, right? So it's saying this masculine white energy, right? They're always light. They're always clear, they're always bright. We women are the darkness. And of course the male fears the darkness and made out of it the devil. It's not the devil, it's the Greek god Pan. For me, it's the dancer pose, right? Because Pan was a dancer. Pan was dancing, partying, enjoying himself. Pan means all, right? All included. It's the difference between an epidemic and a pandemic. Means pandemic is world, an epidemic is just local. And so here you are reaching into another understanding of that you also can incorporate the light, the masculine part within you. And it's doing this to you in the month of Pisces. Very clear, very obvious, like the sun is highlighting Pisces. The sun is shining onto the moon, giving you the fish pose, giving you the downward dog, giving you the up dog, as she drew it here like that, and she is letting herself fall down into the subconscious, because the moon is in your sign right now. So you feel in these 2 days, or in this constellation, you feel this kind of shift, right? You feel that, yes, I am letting go. This is literally a 10. This is saying, yeah, I am totally going deep within myself and allow myself to clean up more stuff that has accumulated in my subconscious, right? Subconscious is your past. The subconscious is where you were programmed in the conscious moment. Look how much light is coming behind me now onto this reading. Okay, so there's a few came out and we're gonna take them, but that's it. So I have three. Again, like I said, right, Venus in Cancer. Venus in Cancer, the healing begins, right? You are letting yourself dive into the ocean so that you can come out renewed, that you can come out and say, I got it, I understand, right? She's also queen, she's water and water. You are, water. You are water and earth, right? All the queens are water, but then individually, water and earth and water and water. So deep healing is happening in this moon, right, phase right now, where the sun is highlighting the Piscean energy of this month, but it's leading you to the full completion in June, right, where you are literally, you and an Aries, this is also queen, water and fire, where you are literally, look at this, this is like crazy. These are the 3 women, and look at that. There you go. These are the 3 women that you do something with. Wow, powerful. You see that? Okay, and then comes, okay, 10 of Wands, saying in Saturn, which is your planet, Saturn in Sagittarius, don't do too much, right? Let go, come back down to Malkuth, the 10. Malkuth 10, Sun in Gemini, you did enough. Don't do so much anymore. Again, after the Queen, who is action, 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 right? Doing. It says, no, come back down, right? Then a clear thought is coming when you liberate, when you let go. It's not just let it go in your head, but it's also actually literally active walking down and saying, no, I've been up here. I've been up here on the mountain. Now I go back down. It's enough. I did enough. So now a clear thought is coming to you. This clear thought is filled with ideas, filled with symbolism, filled with giving you the light, this masculine light, giving you this, right, energy of the Aquarian. It's a masculine energy. He's connected. The Aquarius is connected to the King of Swords. The King of Swords knows what to do with this thought. And where is this thought bringing you? Wow, to an absolute liberation, which is the alchemical transformation of the Gemini, the Capricorn, in Sagittarius. Here, this month before, right, you happen to have an enlightening moment, an understanding of an alchemical transformation of fire and water, or water and fire, right? You understand here's an alchemical, and that's when we can create new. Aleister Crowley calls this the art. This is art. This is alchemy, alchemy, right? Wow. And you arrive at yourself. Again, the cycle is going back. Sagittarius and after is Capricorn, right? You know that here you are, even though you have the highlight, you have the understanding, it still needs to go back down into the dark, right? You go up to the light only because you know what the dark is about. If you are always in the light, you don't even know what dark is. You know what dark is, so you can go in the light, right? This is your message. Your message is about you are clearly waking up to an empowering new cycle, right? That is saying move forward, move, go and research, right? This is again swords, 7 of swords. And the 7 of swords is Mercury. Mercury is information, is the messenger, right? Is Hermes, the messenger of Aquarius, right? So you are the messenger of the hope, of this new dawn, of the golden dawn, of this what you have learned, of this understanding, that enlightenment that came to you. You are the messenger and you will bring it to the people, right? You learned that black and white need to come together. You learned that you need to incorporate all of that within you. You need to live it, right? You cannot teach it. You can only inspire it by living it, by being a living example in this world, right? Then you will have something like this. Then you will have something like this, right? Then you will understand that when you walk down, the clear thought is not always up there. The clear thought can also be when you let go and go down. It's both. It's not that this is negative and this is all, look the angel, how beautiful, how sweet, how loving, and you're the bad guy. Yeah, no. It's like, that's why I made the dancer out of him, right? He's dancing between these dark and light energies, right? There is light and there is dark, and there is the rainbow. There are levels. It's both of them are equally important to understand, right? Wow. Do I need a clarification here? Let's just get one. I have 83 minutes. Let's see if one comes out. 1. Or go to 6. 2. 2. Duality, right? Understanding the duality. And what did I say? What was missing? The tower, right? So you have now the tower. There is something that left you, right? And you have understood that after the tower, right, it's this next evolutionary step is your dimension is just an attachment to a fertility ritual, like I said, right? And you're letting go, right? And the tower is what made you absolutely let go of this structure, of this Saturn as that planet that is giving you a hard time, right, in your life, is making you bind to this dimension, right? But remember, connecting to this little horn, connecting to the inner third eye, going within, finding your center, because balancing poses are developing the third eye. Do the dancer pose. Do it. You can hold it forever and fix your eyes onto a spot and start seeing everything that you need to see, which is within, which is in the dark, right? There we go. That's it. So you have the tower, right, which has come here. And what's at the bottom? 4 of earth. Great stability, right? The stability of this kind of tower needs to go so that a new earthly, sensitive, wonderful elf stability can now be in this world, can now live here, right? These kind of people cannot live with these old heavy structures, which is also what Taurus is about. It's this heavy tradition, it's value, it's all this like, no, we have been doing it like this and we cannot, right? It's what you are a bit about it as well, but you are understanding, you going up into this light, you are understanding, yep, I need to let go of things, otherwise I'm not gonna make it, right? I'm not gonna survive. This virus, this coronavirus, it started here. This is the crown. Corona means crown, and the crown is falling down from the tower, and it's saying no more of this, right? And we going into the age of Aquarius, so that a new beautiful 4 of coin, look how beautiful this is, look how sweet this is coming into this world, right? And you will be the bringer, right? You will get the idea when you also let go, when you come into the center of fire and water, right? When you know there are women out there who help you, right? Venus also connecting you to a feminine energy, to that understanding that the female is something that is extremely beautiful, fertile. The darkness is not negative. The darkness is just a fertile ground where we can find the light. That's it. Wow, right? Last one, when I put them down, right, is because that's where you do the research in the age of Aquarius, so you can bring to these kind of angels, right? You can give them a new foundation. You are one of them who holds the energy for them so they can grow into the next generation, right? That saves our earth, our planet. Needs guardian angels, and you are one of them. And within that understanding, you hold these two together, right? You are this guardian angel. You are giving us hope that even the negativity that the church was putting into the devil is able to shift. Sometimes it's like I said in the other reading, I almost wanted to stop doing the readings. I'm doing it for a year now, but I start, you know, it's like now it's a year where I feel like, wow, I've worked through a year of learning, and I still have information that I'm trying to incorporate as much as I can, but it's like, but now I feel like there is a smoothness that comes through these readings, right? And I can see the message is here. The message is like, now keep going, right? Keep continuing. You are now breaking into the second year, right? And yeah, I will continue, because I was almost wanting to stop doing these readings, right? Beautiful. Meditate on this, right? Have a look in all of these cards, and you have a month time. We see what is happening in the next month. Sun in Aries, up in the head, right? Sun in Aries, there she is. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Namaste.